We are live.
We're live.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's December, no, November 25.
Almost.
1 week to December. Yeah, we're almost closing out the year. Like we're closing up the course.
Goes by fast.
Yeah. So, Mike and Dan, working on Issa Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Hoping this will be the final episode of this.
Yep. Homework 5.
Yeah.
Second half of homework 5.
So, okay, maybe I need to. Yes. Okay, excuse me just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just a moment. I feel so old already.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right.
So,
Look at all this green.
yeah, I haven't shared the screen yet. I need to share the screen. Shared. So,
Okay.
About the, where was that? No, no. These guys here.
Uh-huh.
So, hey, mine got to 65.
Mine is at 63.16.
Oh wow! So what have I done that you have not?
Well, we have different indexes. So your index is like more lines than mine. So I think that's why it's counting it as more percentage.
Okay. So seems the next one is gonna be the edit.
Yep. That should be easy. One line to cover.
Yeah. So it's a get, yeah. So I will just describe.
Yeah.
So it words page for a given movie.
Git edit.
Yeah. So we'll do get movie. And expect render templates. I don't know. I think this really doesn't make sense, but does it? So unexpected comma. Okay. Look up. So movie controller edit. I should just pass the ID.
ID. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, seems it passed. But is this a necessary test really?
Do what?
Is it a necessary test, like testing the genders edit?
Let's see. So expected to render template edit. Yeah, I think that's really all we can test for because that's all that the action does. So, I mean, it might not be necessary, but I guess the point of is to get like just coverage on our controller tests. So if we're just worried about that, then I guess in that case it is I guess worth it to make it.
Okay. Just straight changing it. Okay.
Yeah, but I think normally probably you wouldn't even like it's a one line controller, and like I mean really there's no need to even test it. You're not getting anything out of.
Okay.
I don't think. So what else do we have? Update, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, next up is update.
Okay.
So So I think this will be the same as whatever we did yesterday, where we passed the movie. Okay, what's happening here? Prompts ID. No? So maybe we need to
Post update.
No? Yeah, she's nice.
There's like some distraction.
Yeah. Maybe create movie params. So what did I pass in create? Maybe that's what I should see. Movie
params. Yeah, but that movie params is a call to that let. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's done there?
So maybe I need to update this data. Update ID, then maybe movie. Movie has maybe everything here. I think so. So then movie params dot title. I'm not sure. They should just run 48.
So you did you change just the release date or the title and the release date?
I changed
what that
on the release date.
Okay.
Maybe I should expect
movie.title to equal Wreck-It Ralph.
Then movie dot release date.
Non-move probably not. So what happens when you call expect movie.title?
It gets the movie, the title of the movie.
The title of the movie that you just updated is so when you do the update, it's going to be stored in the database update with the updated attributes, right? But if you call that movie.title,
you want me to do like movie?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Hola, mom. Hola. My friend. Envía tu Paul. Envía tu Paul. Envía tu Paul. Did I? Okay. So
no exam. Oh wait. Okay. Post update ID movie ID. Syntax error unexpected T identifier. Yeah. Expecting keyword end. Yeah, you're missing a comma.
Between update and
yes.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I see.
Undefined method release date equal.
Maybe I should do this.
Movie params release date equal.
But is it not?
Yeah, I don't think the way that we did it is going to work because that movie params, all it does. So, like, if you look at that that movie params, I think what all that let does is basically kind of runs a block of code and returns like whatever. So in this case, it's going to return a hash with params, like a params hash. But
maybe you'll explain it better this way.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay.
So I have to make sure I use.
Okay, yeah. Other side for the colon, I think.
This confuses me all the time.
Yeah.
Like, which side should I have the color? She's not right. Yeah, I think that's what it means. Yeah. I think I should assign this to a variable.
To assign it to a variable.
Yeah, like release date. Because you see, it's missing this by microseconds. Like when I do 5.ts again, it's in the future already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I should leave in. Yeah, this will pass. No.
No. It still doesn't. What? I think it's still storing 5. Is it still storing 5 years ago? Or did you not save it maybe?
I did save. Or maybe this is the problem with Rails, that it's run, this will be run when this is called.
Right.
Maybe a date field is not the right one to try to do the update with.
Yeah, just update. That's what I was thinking. Just update with something else, director and title and a rating.
Yep. So it updates that. And then it redirects to movie path. Okay, let me see if that covers everything first. See? You don't even test these. Directs to index page. Redirects. So what does it redirect to? We should check that. This is edit, update, movie path. Okay. Oh, it should not be updating you. Redirect to movie path. Can I pass move? Yeah, so this is what we were saying we should use a before block.
What? To like cut down on the
dry up
remaking the movie. Yeah, that's all duplicated.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have duplication in my other for the create method controller test too.
Yeah.
Same thing. First, I got to catch up to you so and get my test passing. Then I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah, so before each for each do. So I have this inside here. Yep, something of the sort. Let me see. Pass back. Fails. Undefined local variable. Updated move. Maybe I should let updated movie. Still not undefined local variable updated movie.
You may need to use an like an instance variable to hold. Oh, I don't know.
So I added this before block.
Yeah. Before each do, yeah. You need the let inside the before? I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. Initially I had it this way. But it failed with the same error message.
Yeah, but yeah, run. What's the error message?
Undefined local variable. Undefined local variable method updated movie.
Okay, line 56 and 59.
So here.
Yep.
I'm using this guy.
It's an undefined local variable.
So I don't know.
Can you try?
I think I need to have this in the let. Yep. Let me try with that.
That is not available from within the example. Okay.
So I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like you said, man, I can't do it. So maybe I need to do this in each and every one of them.
I think no. No, you can do so put it back in there and like just like you have it right now. And then only put an at in front of the updated movie. And then use the at updated movie.
At.
Yeah.
So this will only be available within this. I hope so.
Yeah, I think that's.
Show me green, man. Show me green.
No.
No, only one fails.
Title. And it doesn't like your title, no. To equal title. Because there's no. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, first.
Sweet.
Yeah, normally I don't like seeing any red when I see the greens. So and see only green. Yeah. So this bad boy passed. Why?
Should I take over driving for a little bit? Or?
Sure.
Okay. So we're working on destroy now. I actually didn't refactor. So let me do that first. So what did I do? I think I just want to do this before.
Before each?
Before each?
Yeah.
It doesn't like default to.
I'm not sure.
Let's try this way. Just see what happens. I think it probably defaults to all of them in the describe. So I want to follow the movie ID. Yeah, these two lines, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's it.
And you want to delete them down there. Then ID, I think it will not like ID. You need to have.
Nope, it does not.
Yeah, and on line 57 and 48. 52 and 48 and 57.
Oop. Typing problems.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, if you do this rspec-fd, you get more green.
rspec
dash fd.
Okay. Oh yeah, the way to make it verbose.
Yep.
Okay. Let me get more greens.
Okay.
Why did mine fail with the dash FB?
It did? FD. FD.
Okay.
D as in dog. Stands for documentation formatter.
Oh, nice. More green.
Okay. So we did edit, we did update. We need to do destroy and director. That's it.
Yeah.
So let me take a look at destroy. So it destroys the movie and then redirects to the movies path, which is the index. So I can take this.
Look who joined.
Look who joined. What's up?
Oh, hello. Yeah, I mean, I thought you guys didn't start it because nobody shared anything on the weekend collaboration. You know.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoops.
That's all right. We need to fix that this week.
Yeah. Fixed it. Fix it, Felix.
All right, cool. I shared there. How's it going?
All right. We're slicing through this. I mean, we're just running through this, finishing up homework 5. We're almost done.
Cool.
I think. And we even did some refactoring to remove some duplication in our tests with some before blocks and some, yeah, with just some before blocks. But
Oh, nice. Yep. Cool. I remember that. We talked about that.
so we are now destroying. It's time to destroy. And
destroy it.
Destroy.
Woo!
He's afraid of destroying.
So scribe, delete, destroy. It deletes a movie. Deletes a selected movie from the database.
Yep.
Delete. Okay. We're gonna do a delete destroy with ID of movie.id. So it's gonna delete this. Well, first it's when we call movie.id, it's gonna create the movie in the database. Then it's gonna call this delete destroy. So the expectation is that there will be no movie with a title of Aladdin in the database, or actually, I guess we could say there will be no movie in the database, but that's getting into like whether we had movies from previous, like for some reason there's already a movie in the test database, so I think probably best to just check the movie.find by title returns nil. Would it return? What does it return?
Yeah, good question.
Let's see.
I mean, I would start with that and see if it'll tell you, like, if you run the test and it returns something different, then it'll tell you, you know.
I'll just run a Rails console and check it out. We're gonna do movie find by ID QWERTY 32 return of the QWERTY. Nil. So it returns nil. I'm going to exit out of that. So expect movie.find by title Aladdin to Okay, let me run that real quick. Delete selected movie from the database. What did I do? Oops, I started. Okay, this is the expectation I wanted. And then redirects to the movies path, which I took from here. What we're gonna do, again, delete, destroy. And ID movie.id and expect response to redirect to movies path. Let's try that out. Okay, everything passed. And then, first of all, I want to make sure, yeah, so this should create a movie Aladdin in a database on this line, right? Like, do you think this is a good test, or do you think this might be, maybe I should create it on a separate line just to make sure that it really does get created? Or?
I can't remember what I did. I can pull it up. But
and then there's obvious
looks...
duplication here.
Yeah.
So same thing.
What did you ask if it's
well, I think
so
you could
my
maybe. Oh, sorry. Good.
Well, so what I did here was this in this line. So I'm calling the destroy action, right? But I'm calling it on this with this ID movie.id, and since we have this let statement up at the top that basically creates whenever you call movie, it creates that movie. I figured that should be good for creating in the database, and then it calls delete. It calls the destroy action on it. So this is a valid test, right? It creates a movie in the database, then deletes it, and I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds right to me. Like it would create it when you call movie.id, and then you pass it as a parameter and to the destroy, and then you're making sure that actually when it exits destroy, it has been destroyed. But I guess like you could test that by like dropping in a binding.pry on the first line of the delete of the destroy method, and seeing if you have like a movie in the database at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I can just do this. Yep, it found it. And then so the next line actually does that and places that in at movie, and then it calls at movie dot destroy. And yep, so this is good.
Yep.
Okay. We'll remove that. So now I'm going to remove the duplication with another before block. And we're going to do same thing as last. Oh, wait. And that's all we need to do, just that one line. Back. Buggy. The AWS Cloud9 interface has gotten even more buggy lately.
Yeah. VS Code has come to the rescue of people.
Okay, we have 9 examples, 0 failures. I bet our coverage is looking pretty good now. Let's take a look at the new coverage. Open that. Right click here, preview. Yep. All we have left is the director action. Yeah. That's the director action. Ooh, and look, we got a yellow square instead of a red square.
All right. Yeah. That's interesting. Oh, nice. So it's good because the coverage is going up.
All right. Yeah, and I guess I'll drive for the last one also because you did a couple, Mike.
Do it.
So
step on the gas.
Last one. Director. Let me take a look at the director action again. So it gets a selected movie. We have a happy path and a sad path, I guess. So I'll start with a happy path. And so what it does is it sets at movie, so it looks at the movie. And then it searches a database for movies with a director at movie.director and puts that in at movies, and then it renders the director view, right?
Yeah.
Where is the app views director.html.yaml? Okay, cool. So over here, subscribe.
It's a get.
Get. Now for this test, I might want to make some more movies.
Yeah. I was actually scratching my head on that.
select other movie. Create title. Shawshank Redemption. I don't know the directors for all these good movies. I think it's just gonna have to be Ridley Scott. Ridley Scott directs everything.
Yeah.
Director Ridley Scott. Let's do another movie. Without the same director. With no director, I guess. Let undirected movie. Movie.create. Title. Anybody have a movie they don't like? They don't want to have no director.
The Condemned.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll just put
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo. Yeah, there's no director.
Finding Nemo.
Okay. So that's got no director. Save that. So now what we want to do is find other movies with director as selected movie. And let's create other movie and directed movie. And then we will, this doesn't really, not really, it needs a comment, I think. going to get
So I think
director.
okay, I think maybe we'll let them fail first.
What?
I was just thinking ahead of myself because maybe it will. Some other tests will fail by us creating more movies, but I think we just let them fail first.
Oh, no, I don't think so. Because you have to call this other movie an undirected movie in those tests for them to even get created.
Oh, okay.
ID. The ID. And then expect response. Oh. Not response. I think we need the is it response dot body to call up the full body of the page?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm having like trouble like looking through the documentation of RSpec. Like it's weird to me.
Yeah, it's on that relish, right?
Yeah. And I just don't understand like where you find like I guess if I maybe search here for like body. Response body. Body. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to for future reference how to and stuff like that in the documentation.
Yeah.
Expect response dot body to that's gonna basically be a long string probably like the page dot body. That's fine. Include so we want the response body to include Shawshank Redemption You know, I think this is more of an integration test because I'm like testing the view.
Yeah.
And what's inside the view and not just the controller, but
Yeah, I don't remember what I did. But I follow what you're saying. I did, I guess, in that, you know, I did that. I mean, you're not really testing the, like, you're testing the response.body. Like, it's a little bit different than checking what the user sees, right? But
oh, right.
I think, but I mean, I guess you're not calling it a, I guess checking exactly what the viewer sees would be more like an acceptance test.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a little foggy to me exactly where the line is between, you know, integration and acceptance and integration unit. Like,
yeah. Let's see. Okay, so to not include, what was it? Finding Nemo. Let's just start with that and see where I messed up.
yeah, I mean,
So it failed.
I did like a thing where, I mean, what does your movies with the same director or controller look like?
What?
What does your movies with same director controller look like? Controller method.
The controller method. So here it is, the action director. So yeah, we're testing the Happy Path. So it finds the movie with the ID from the params, and then add movie, and then it goes over here. I mean, this test false because it's not blank. And then over here, it searches a database for movies with the same director as Add Movie and puts it in Add Movies. Then it renders the director view.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to see how it looks in the browser. But you've tested this in the browser,
right? Not. I mean,
doing that, right?
Not recently. I guess when did we just add director in Homework 5? Maybe we did. I think we did.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so maybe that's not working. Yeah.
I mean, I would have a look and see. Just because, I mean, I did something a little bit different. Like, doesn't mean. And then, like, I'm kind of testing. I'm doing like an if else, and like I'm rendering a specific page that's different than the. So I can check to see if that's being rendered, and if it's not being rendered, then it means that there's no movies with the same director. You know. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. Let's see. Let me open up a new terminal. of these have a director. Let's add a director. Aladdin was directed by Ridley Scott. I know that. Okay, and Ridley Scott directed.
Well, you should be able to check it, even if there's only one. Even if there's only one, like it seemed like, because the way you did it is like, if the movie.director is blank, then say there's no movie. But if not, then it should render the page with the one movie that has the quote unquote same director.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a little strange as well. I did this the other day with Sam, and I was like, well, it's not with the same director then. Yes, so that's working, right?
Yeah, that's good.
And what page are you on?
List. Do what?
What path are you on when you click on that button?
Oh,
same director.
On this one?
I can't see because I have that stupid green.
Oh.
I'm sharing my screen. I can stop sharing my screen.
I'll just move it down here. So you can see it's movie/1/director.
Okay.
And then let's test this ad path.
Is that, you're not redirecting to that, or like you're rendering that? You're just, it's just, is that where you are when you start? Like,
sorry, huh?
Like, how are you getting to that path? Like, you have that in the.
So what I did was I edited the movie to add a director. And then I just do find movies with the same director. That will call that action.
Yeah. The director
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it will render director view. This is a separate view that we made.
So you like if the way I think the way your code is that like if there's no movie director, then it'll exit out of that method early because it'll redirect to the root path, and if not, then it'll render the director view.
Yes.
So then if you were worried about not having an integration test, wouldn't you just be able to check if it renders the director view?
Yeah, but so that was what my question was. Do you think this is an integration test or a unit test?
I mean, I don't know enough about the difference to be able to like respond with any sort of like certainty, but like it seems like you might be right, you know, if you're checking to see that the responses. But you know, I saying that I did that in several of my RSpec tests, so I'm not sure if there's a problem with doing that.
Yeah. Just real quick, I got curious, so I'm gonna try this ad pass with this. Just the Terminator has no director info, so that's good, and it just takes you that to the repo. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's take a look at this. It says expected a blank string to include Shawshank Redemption, which, yeah, so it's this response.body is returning a blank string, which is odd because if it's returning if we got a success, then it should render the view and include that view. I mean, include the rendered HTML in the body of the response, right?
Yeah.
But it's a blank string in the body, like, so I'm assuming that means that let me do this. Expect response. What was it? To be success. What did I just do?
What did I just do?
Right, so what's the success? The body is a blank string. And that blank string does not have Finding Nemo in it, so that's passing too.
Yeah.
Did you? How do you?
cheating.
The response.body is a blank screen because of something you're seeing in the. I can't really see. Is like expected a blank string to include. Yeah.
Do we use response.body anywhere else?
I mean, I was using response.body with like a match instead of include, but I'm not sure that would.
Oh.
That might not help in this case, but like you might need to drop in a binding.pry and like ask the response.body what it is. I mean, it seems like it's telling you what it is, but just to have a sanity check,
Okay.
I don't think that will change anything, sir.
Yeah.
It's response that the body that's empty.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah.
Okay.
And the only thing that
I mean, response is like a huge thing. So like I looked at the response of something, like the full response, and it was like I had to like do an into file command because it's just so long.
Yeah.
In pry, like, so there's no point in looking at that.
I mean, it seems like there's maybe something like when you do a GET request to the director, the only thing that you need to pass along is the ID.
Get director with ID. Let's see. So let's see. looks like he's using params ID. So that's why I put ID. That's why I pass the ID. And then, yeah,
I mean,
it
if
looks
you
at them.
if you drop in a binding.prim, like the last line of that line in between lines 61 and 62, is it gonna, like, does it stop? And have you checked out like what's in the movie's instance variable?
We can check it out. Require. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, that looks okay. And then, so after it drops off this,
Yeah, then you would then
directive,
yeah, then the response.body would be an empty string. Is the response empty? Because if the response is, if there's something in response but there's nothing in response.body, that's kind of strange, no?
yeah. So let's go ahead and let's might as well just look at the response.
I think you might need to put in a binding.pry in the other place, and then
yeah. So oops. Thought I copied that. Let's take a look at the whole response. Anything else we can look for in here that might help?
so you looked at a response and you looked at response.body.
So yeah, response.body first. That was right here. Is empty string. And now this is response. So it's a huge thing. Like I said, it's doing a page break right here. And then you can press enter to continue.
Yeah. So I guess maybe you shouldn't be looking at the response.body then, if that's going to be blank. I don't know why it would be blank if you have all that stuff though. Like, can you search on that for body and see if you can see where it is there? I don't know.
Let's see. What do we want to do? How do we want to search?
You can do on mine. You can do like Control Shift F and.
Like, so if I do response and then Control Shift F.
No, like just Control Shift F. Yeah, something. Yeah, exactly. Or I mean, you already did response, so you have it there, you know. So you should be
yeah, but
somewhere.
this is like 1% of the whole response that I
Oh,
printed
really?
out.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
I think you can. But you should. Yeah, you might need to do it again and then do it. But you should be able to search the whole, the whole thing.
Let's see. Real quick.
And look.
Test response. This is kind of like a list, right? So, well, dang. Response. I'm afraid that it's just going to fill out the buffer and then here we go.
Wow. Crazy, huh?
Yeah. Is this all staying with us? Yeah. Let's search. Look for I forgot what we were looking for. Body.
Body.
One of three. Okay, it's all here, so there's nothing in the rest. Maybe it's response dot page.
I mean, I'm definitely using response.body in my tests and they're passing. So I don't know
What?
why it would be any
That's
different.
not fair.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like let's see, I'm using it on where am I using? Let's see an example. I mean, I'm not using it on those tests, like I'm using the only place I'm using response.body is on like I said on the sorting and filtering, and like I'm using like response.body to match, but I guess in that yeah, I think like I think that like in that case I'm using it only when the person's being redirected, like they're being redirected to sort or to ratings. So I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it, but like I wonder if you send like a blank ID, if the response.body would still be an empty string.
If I did what?
If you like, instead of sending it an actual valid movie, like a movie with a director, if you send it a movie without a director. You know what I mean?
So for the SAB pass, might have a body.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only the. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that won't have anything to do with it, but.
So, this undirected movie.
Because like I said, like I'm checking to see, like, instead of saying like expect the response.body to match, you could just be checking like expect that the response is going to, or expect the response is going to render template, and then render template director, and see if it's actually rendering the template. Because I mean, you verified in the browser that that's working, so I would imagine that you should be able to get it to, like, maybe the maybe the response.body is not going to contain the what is on the actual page, but it's just going to be what's in the response headers, and the response headers doesn't necessarily have the title of the movie. So I mean, if you want, you could check, like, you could go to the browser and you can do an inspect, and you can click on the movie thing, and then you can watch it like redirect to the place that you want to redirect it to, and then you can check the response headers and see if there's a body, and see if that body has anything in it. Like, I bet if you change that test to say, instead of like expect response.body to match, I bet if you said expect page to match, then you would find it would pass, you know. But then then you would be doing like an acceptance test, you know. So like, I think you could equally get it to pass by expecting response to render template director.
Let's do that. Render template. Okay, it's a string. And get rid of that. And this. Yeah, that works.
Yeah. And now if you wanted to check, you could add that other expect in the bottom, expect page, to have, you know, I mean, you don't have to, because you're probably going to remove it, but just to try to get in our heads what the difference is between the response.body and the My app is not deploying. It's deploying, but there's nothing on the page. Like, it's not deploying to the right place, you know.
Shawshank Redemption is the other movie.
Why? Why are you not working?
No. Didn't like page.
What's in the page.body?
I
think you want page, not page. Maybe not page.body.
Page?
Yeah.
Well, let's see, what's it say? Undefined local variable or method page. So it's not liking that. It won't like page at all.
Well, I mean, I definitely use page like on a regular basis, and it likes it. But there could be a difference that I'm not. I mean, maybe you're not using Capybara here, but I think, I mean, yeah, like Mike was using expect page to have content and stuff like that earlier today. I mean, you could, instead of to include, you could, I mean, it's probably saying that because you're trying to call dot body on it. So it's thinking you're trying to use a local variable, and like you don't use page with dot body, like, and not that I've ever seen. So same thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Hmm.
Movies controller, get director, undefined local variable or method page for RSpec example groups, movies controller, get director. Get director. Oh, yeah, get director. Is it because of this? Maybe I'm not calling the right thing.
I mean, you call it's a get request, right? And I don't know, like, did you look at your rake routes?
Oh, you have director.
It's a get request, and it's a get request director. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks right. And I mean, there are other things. It's rendering the right view and everything. I'm not sure exactly why you can't use page. I mean, maybe it's newer versions of Capybara. This is an older version. I'm not sure. Like you could drop in a binding.pry and see if you can ask page or see if you can. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you're not going to use that anyways. And like mostly page, like I don't know if you still have that cheat sheet I sent you about Capybara, but like normally you use page with things like page like you've used before, right? To have content, to have no content, to have text, to have no text. So I don't think you would say to include it really. I think it would be like expect you have content or to have text, Shawshank Redemption,
Mm-hmm.
But this is all like kind of, I don't know if you want to debug that because you're not gonna want to use it anyways, because it's then you're turning it into an acceptance test and you're already testing for that in a different place,
Yeah. Let's see. Well, we're up to 95.45% coverage.
Wow, nice. I mean, you need to submit you need more than 90%. So you've kind of done that.
Yep. And really, the only thing we didn't do is that sad pass of the.
Yeah, I mean that would be pretty easy. Like you would just the only thing you would need to do for that is just like expect it to redirect to root, right? Pass it like something that a director that doesn't have a director, and then expect it to. What's going on with my thing?
Okay. Movie ID. Expect. Response to redirect to. Nope. What do we have here? Expected response, but it redirects to the read path. Let's just change that to the read path.
Yeah. Just change your expectations and it'll be all right.
Green. We're all green.
And now what's your coverage?
And coverage 100%.
Yay! Woo! And what about a cucumber?
We're done. We finished.
What about cucumber?
Huh? At 100. Right. Cucumber.
I don't know if they might run at the same time.
%.
Woo! Awesome.
Coverage report generated for cucumber features RSpec to. So it shows everything in this one, I think.
I think so as well, actually. Because now that you have both of them enabled, right? Really cool, man. Done with inner cars. Now we can do
done. Mike, are you done?
I guess Mike, I don't know if Mike, what's going on with you, Mike? Mike.
Am I not sharing my screen?
Yeah, you are, but you're on mute, I think.
Oh, you're at 100% as well, Mike.
Uh-huh.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think the only problem I have is the how do I call it? The course progress not showing on mine.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no. I think this is it. So I needed to think I should remove the zip file.
Hello.
So did I not have okay, maybe I should check with the part one. So have you successfully submitted done? This is gonna be awesome. Okay, I think I did the wrong thing. Where? Nashtua kitu yangu. Clap your hands. Mine seems to be stuck on the 60% of before.
Mine's stuck on 26%.
Oh.
You re-zipped up and sent it again?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, where is the 26% then?
Yeah, 26 out of 100.
Is it a way to block Mike from winning?
I'm not sure how that would be possible if you sent a new zip file.
Let me just try running my tests locally.
Yeah, I was looking at Dan's mic, but yeah, we can look at yours as well.
Try. Yeah, my coverage for cucumbers dropped.
Weird.
If I do, it is normally 100. But I'll see what's wrong with that. Then when I do RSpec.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait a minute. What?
Till 100.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 10 seed movies should exist. And it says expected 10 got 20.
Yeah, that's weird.
But then,
I thought you had got that locally one time as well because of the other stuff that you're copying in from week 4.
yeah, I just ran them right before I submitted.
Yeah. Right.
Everything's working. Over here, right here, then 10 seed movie should exist pass. Over here, it fails when I submit it. It fails with 20 tests instead of 10. Instead of 10. Like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's really strange.
Features. Okay. Well, not sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's like really positive feelings, got everything up to 100%, and then
is this place where like they say like the reported coverage, does it show for you?
Huh?
Like if you look at my screen, there's this.
Yeah. Checking coverage for controllers. Checking coverage. Yeah, so here's mine. 76.6, 75, 100, 100, 75, 100, but that's not what
Yeah.
mine really looks like.
Yeah, because like the failures are funny. They're saying expected one got 11. This for the movie count thing. You only have one movie.
Yep.
So
Let's create. It's like there are 10 movies. So yeah, there are 10 movies in their test database. Like they're using a different test database, I think,
yeah.
with 10 extra movies in it.
no.
Oh, what other weird? I think I got some other weird failures here.
I mean, it's kind of almost like, I guess like it would be almost easier to like debug like working. Well, I don't know, maybe not, but it seems like it'd be almost easier to start with like Mike's because he's at 60 out of 100 and see if like can figure out, because I'm assuming that if you're at 26 out of 100, there probably is the similarities between the two of yours. Like I didn't get 100% on this week, and I guess like I got like 80 something, 86 or something like that, and I have a feeling that like the thing that I end up getting, that like 14% that I got off, I have a feeling that both of you have got that as well, plus other things, but I could be wrong. Yeah, like so that bottom one there, like 2 out of 3 scenarios passed on yours, Dan, where that's like that 26 out of 40. I got that one wrong as well, and that like was failing. It was failing me on like on that line there on that scenario. Can't find similar movies if we don't know director. The sad path, like it's there. Then I should either be on the homepage or on the Rotten Potatoes homepage. You see that step? Can't find mapping for the Rotten Potatoes homepage, and like I was upset about that because we copied and pasted those scenarios directly from where they told us to copy and paste them, and then they're testing us for something different than what they told us to copy and paste, you know?
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense to me. And then like I tried to get it to work, like to add a mapping for that, and then I don't know, it ended up not working. I think I need to do like an either or type thing, like in the like it either matches the homepage or the Rotten Potatoes homepage, but like I was like kind of really couldn't be bothered, you know.
Okay, so let's do this spec.
No.
Go away. Oh, you guys can stay.
Rotten Potatoes homepage. Rotten Potatoes. And then movie steps.
Is it a C9 thing done?
So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna try and take care of that, the Rotten Potatoes homepage, which I did. I'm adding Rotten Potatoes to like all the features and that path.rb and see if that does anything.
Yeah, but I think it needs to match for both of them. You know, I think I tried that, and it like. Well, first of all, I think like on that line 22 is not where it's even failing the thing, is it?
No, it's failing it. I think it's like an extra thing that they're testing. I don't know. Let's see. Can't find similar movies if we don't know director.
That's in the sad path scenario.
Sad path, yeah.
So you should have like I think you have that like director.feature, but you have like given them on the details page, then I should not see Ridley Scott, then I should be on either, and you know, then I follow the I think you have like all that stuff, and then there's that just that one line that is where's the director's feature? There. So it's like, it's failing on that on line 33. Yeah, so it should, and it needs to match, it needs to be able to match to like either the homepage or the Rotten Potatoes homepage, I think, like, which is weird because they're one and the same, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I would think that like the autograder would have like, you know, if you either put the Rotten Potatoes homepage or the homepage, it would match on that, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing is you can like submit as many times as you want, but the kind of a bit annoying.
Yep.
I mean, I was in a position where I was like, okay, well, if I got 86%, that's all right with me, you know. But like, I mean, most of the time I want to get 100 on these ones because it's like an extra like challenge, you know, to try to, you know, to get it right. But then, right now I'm in the middle of a...
Like the funny thing, Matt, is that we are getting the same scores without the controller specs.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I didn't see you like rezip the current stuff you have, so I'm not sure, but like I guess I'd take your word for it that you were successful in rezipping it and sharing the right one.
yep.
But like it doesn't make a lot of sense why you would be getting the same grade.
Then you're getting 26% as well before.
I was getting the same thing. That 26 out of 100 is what it's giving me. Same as before, like when I first submitted.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. I mean, I'm getting the same thing here as well with my stupid DevOps thing.
Yeah. I was thinking we could finish this and then I give progress on my website one thing, but
well, I mean, maybe you should do that.
Insanity is trying the same thing over.
Because the thing is that next week we still have weekend collaboration, whereas like tomorrow, like I think you and I did together before the weekend collaboration is like enough for you to be able to rewrite that other scenario in a declarative way, and then we can work at getting like the PR merged in tomorrow, you know. Whereas like getting your score from 60 to 80 or 100 is not like, there's no deadline on that at all. I mean, there's no deadline on the other one either, but we specifically asked like Sam not to merge it in and to wait because we were going to refactor it, and then we're working on other things, you know.
Yeah. So on maybe I focus on my screen. So I was trying to write this in this way.
You were trying, yeah.
So that I could have given I update an event with no project association without editing its project association, then the event should have no project association. Then given I update an event with project association without editing its project association, then I was stuck on.
Well, that wouldn't work because on line 30 and 31, you're going to match a different step definition than you're going to match on 39 and 40, right?
On line 30 and 31?
I mean, the idea is that you're going to remove line 33 to line 40.
Yeah.
So then I guess you would remove lines 33 to 40.
No, I was going to remove.
Like the lines 31 and 30 and 31 are not going to match the same step definitions as line 39 and 40.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're adding that no in parentheses, like I mean, yeah, it's not gonna work like that, you know. Like you might be able to get it work a different way, but it wouldn't work like that, you know. Like, what that's gonna do is line 30 is gonna look for like you don't need to put the no in parentheses with the space there, because that's what you do in the step definitions is you put like you put the quotation marks, then you put the parentheses, and then you put like a star, you know, the star symbol, and you put or like a dot in the star symbol, and then it's saying like it's going to match anything that's in quotation marks in the feature file. So if you wanted to do that, you could put like no inside quotation marks. But the reason you would do that is if you want to completely delete the other scenario, not have two different scenarios.
So okay, I'm confused by what I was doing as well.
I mean, I don't know if you might not be able to make it work like where it's going to read well and be able to reuse that, because the thing is that what you want to say is given so the first one is okay, given I update an event with no project association without editing its project association, that's okay. And it's also okay to say given I update
Let me just
yeah. And it's also okay to say, given I update an event with project association. That makes sense, like in English, right? But then line 31 doesn't really make sense. Like, then the event should have no project association. Okay, that makes sense. But then if you say, then the event should have project association, that's not what you're checking. What you want to check is that then the event should have the same project associated, right? So it's not really that easy to reuse line 31, I don't think.
Yeah, okay. You're saying then the event should have the same project associated, but yeah, I think that's what I had here.
Yeah, exactly. So then maybe you can reuse the step definition on line 30. But like the one on 31 would be more difficult. But maybe you don't really. I mean, maybe you don't need to reuse the. I mean, as a first pass, like to try to get it a little bit closer to ready, I would say like don't change what you had working on line 30 and 31. Leave that the same, and then now it looks like you have something on line 39 and 40 that you could write, that you could get working.
Yeah.
And then you can look to refactor.
Okay.
You know? And then it depends on how much time you have, you know. If you have it all working where it's declarative and there's like, you know, there's a way that maybe you could have get rid of one step definition, or you could get rid of two step definitions, whatever. Like, and that's all the time you have before the meeting tomorrow, then you put the decision on Sam, whether he's like, actually, yeah, you know, why don't you work for another half an hour, 30 minutes and refactor this real quick and we'll get it merged in. Or maybe he'll say, let's get it merged in, and you know, we can always put in a ticket to refactor it that you can work on, or you can pair with somebody on, so you can help somebody else kind of learn a little bit more about the cucumber and stuff, blah, blah,
blah. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay. Cool. I mean, it shouldn't take you very long to get 39 and 40 passing, right? Because
yeah,
you kind of need to do pretty much the same thing, kind of just copy and paste really, and just like change the details, right?
Yeah. What am I doing?
Hello.
Hey.
What's up, guys? Sorry, I am quite late, actually.
No worries. I mean, Mike is just refactoring some cucumber steps for website 1. I'm probably going to keep going. I don't know. I'm trying to get this DevOps stuff done, but I think it's just going to it's not going to get done.
Could you manage the cron jobs yesterday?
Yeah, that I think I got working. I mean, I don't know. I went to check it this morning, and like the logs only go back like that. They like, yeah. I think they delete after a certain amount of time, so I couldn't check if it actually ran at 1 a.m. But I think that, and it's difficult to verify without setting up like a mailing thing. And then like I kind of, you know, yesterday got the first part of the website one developed over on Doku, but then today I worked on getting it pushed up using a Docker file, and it's building and everything, and it's like deploying. But then like I go to the, I can show you what it's doing. Then I go to the site, and it's like not. It's not actually, it's just giving me this, you know. We're having some trouble finding that site. We can't connect to the server at blah, blah, blah. If that address is correct, there are 3 things you can do. Try again later, check your network connection, or if you're connecting behind a firewall, check a firewall that has permissions to access the web. And then it's like, I've played around with it and stuff, and I've gotten into a state where it's like, kind of like looking like this, the logs, you know, it's like Puma starting, and it's like, don't know. It seems like it's kind of working, but then it's just not, you know, just not. And then I don't know, I can do let's encrypt and website 1. That's going to fail. Encrypt is not, let's encrypt, not let's encrypt. That's going to fail because it can't actually visit the site to do the test, you know. I don't know if I've got something wrong on this here. Like I suppose I should double check this, but don't know. Yeah, it's less exciting than. And what? Yeah, I mean, this is. I want to change this as well because I've developed here and develop here. It's just kind of silly, but I mean, it's developing. It's deploying it to this because this is set in the domains, so that seems right, you know. And if I do like a report on this, it's like all this information is like deployed true, running true, restore true, proxy enabled true, proxy port mapping. Like, I mean, a little bit different than the other one we have running. The other Rails app we have running, but like, I don't know, you know, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe this information is not, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on. Feels like it should be working, you know? And like, you know, the logs, like, you know, they're not reporting anything that's wrong, you know? Like if I come here to Nginx error logs, it's like empty for this. Last time I checked, it could have changed. Empty. Then like, but then like the access logs are empty as well. And then like, there's only 3 things you can do with Nginx. I can do like build config. And there's like configuring, creating this, running this, reloading, and then just like, you know, and like, you know, the logs, like I'm trying to look at the last like 10,000 things in the log, and the only thing that's in the log is like, yep, it's up and running.
Yeah.
No worries, mate.
That's strange.
So I'm not really sure what's going on. I mean, this is where it went through and like built a Docker file. This is much faster than what it was doing yesterday. Yesterday was painful. Just like trying to I mean, how am I supposed to tell what's going on with this if it doesn't have any errors anywhere? Like,
yeah, that's really bad if it's not reporting any errors. I see.
Frustrating. I mean, I guess it's good in the sense that like it gives me more experience with like trying different things to like try to figure out what's going on. I don't know what this checks is. What's this checks? Manage zero downtime. Well, okay. It's down. Enable zero downtime. I mean, that sounds like something cool to do, but I'd like to get it up first, you know. I can try entering it. I tried that earlier and it wouldn't let me because it said it wasn't running. And now it's running. Okay, there we go. That's healthy. What do I need to do here? Bundle. What's bundle? Bundle's complete. Not like using. So it didn't bundle anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So
if you run the server from here, you
yeah,
what's happening?
Can I do like a Puma? How do I check to see if Puma's running? Puma status. I have to monitor Puma server. What is a female Puma? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Getting mixed up here. Dan and Mike are also experiencing something really frustrating on their things where they like got their up to 100% and they're like,
wow.
you know, really happy. And then they pushed it there and then like Dan was getting like 26% and Mike got 60 and they're like, you know, how's it not changed? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well. Shit, guys. So you got 100% coverage.
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. Well done.
But yeah, I'm not concerned with it really. So we can move on to the advanced course now.
Oh wow, it's a huge step, guys. Yeah, exactly. It's wow. Yeah, we can do together the next step.
Yes,
it's
I'm
amazing
excited about that.
Yeah.
Usage, quiet, PID. I mean, I guess I can check it with PS aux. Can't I?
Wow.
Yeah, so that tells me the processes that are running, like this one here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this here is SSL. Like that's not really good, is it? Because it's on listening on 80, not 443. So
yeah, exactly.
I really want it to be SSL. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't want to go to the. I don't like it. I mean, you know, I guess it's like just silly, but I don't like going to the scrums and being like, like this weekend is like this DevOps hackathon, and then it's like,
yeah,
passed by so quickly, and like, I mean, yesterday I was going through these like cycles of like these debugging cycles where it's like I pushed it off, and then it's like an hour and a half later I could check the output, and it's like. It's so horrible, man.
That's not really effective then.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who is helping you with this stuff? Because it's really specific, actually.
I mean, that was, like Alex stopped by yesterday and had some advice and stuff, and that was good. And then like it's difficult though. It's like there's like you have if you don't have permissions, then it's like you if you know what you're doing, like you could hang out and help me try to debug it, but like just configure us. I don't know if I'm asking the right questions. I mean, so it definitely seems like Puma's running, you know, like
yeah.
but like,
Maybe the port is not correct.
I mean, yeah, I guess so, huh?
In the previous screen,
Well,
when
that's this
you
local host thing, like this, but okay, that might have nothing to do with that. But it's talking about Apache stuff. I'm not even using Apache. Like I have here, I just changed this, like to get this to be quieter, like the Puma thing, I just changed this to like use Rails 5.2 stuff, and like I don't have max thread set up.
that shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter.
Environment, yeah, it defaults to 5, so that's what it's doing.
So
then I'm doing an environment fetch the port, and the port is, I don't have that set up, but I am exposing 80 in the Docker file, which is like, is different than I was doing in it's the same as I'm doing in NHS Wiki, but different than I'm doing in LocusPort, which LocusPort is like the other Rails one. And like, but so maybe like it's difficult because like, yeah, you try something to get past, like, and then maybe it wasn't that, but like something else you did, like like anyways, so don't know.
Is it yeah,
it should be using port 3000 as a default.
Yeah, can you, if you, as I see, you can get into the config file of the Puma config script, maybe.
Yeah, this is the Puma config.
Maybe I.
But like, is that what you meant? Or?
Oh, that like the -F.
-F.
Can you see it? Like
yeah.
it's
cool.
Yeah.
File. So like this -F. F. Why is that not going big? Good. Invalid option. Yeah, I'm trying to do a uppercase, and it won't let me do uppercase. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just do like this then. Config file, but then you need to put a path, you know?
Oh, I see. I'm
not sure what the path is.
Okay.
I mean, this is what I have here.
So there is no hint or any kind of that's the problem, that there is no error report, so that it's even hard to like see where the problem is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I see.
I mean, it seems like a server problem, but it doesn't, like Nginx is not reporting any errors, and the logs, like, you know, where I can find like this stuff just says that the server's running, you know.
Yeah, I see.
Why is there an image magic in here? That's interesting.
If you have image magic, then probably you upload images actually.
Yeah.
That's the gem I told you about, right? The image configurator. So the like file resizing, file cropping, and all this, and hosting sometimes, so all this stuff.
Yeah. Can I like CD into website 1 like this, website 1? Like, can I do like, can I go in a Rails console from here?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's say something like, I don't know, what do we have? Advanced.all empty. Well, probably because I haven't run my seeding yet. Migrated stuff, but I haven't seeded it. So, but we do have an event. We have a project. So that all looks okay. I mean, it ran through all the migrations okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there like, I don't know, this is the thing I can like spend all this time in, and then it's like, sometimes I just go there and ask like, and Sam will be like, oh yeah, you need to do this. And then it'll be like, okay.
Like out of nowhere. Yeah, obviously. Like,
so
they did this before.
Respect.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Uninitialized constant RSpec HTML matchers. That's interesting.
Have you installed RSpec in this environment?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a bundle install, so that would have brought in RSpec.
Yes, but have you like the RSpec, like the generator install? The let me.
I can try to run Cucumber. Features. What are you working on, Mike? What feature? Oh, well, actually, your feature I don't have here, do I?
Yeah. So like what I was trying to say earlier, and I think maybe I wasn't clear.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, okay, let me go to the features. So maybe I'll have these two features. Given that I update an event associated to a given project without changing its project association, then the project association for the given event will not change.
Yeah.
And then now, in my steps, I have given update this guy. I do the save, which is okay. But then here,
yep,
I want to check that the project association for this event remains the same, and the only way I can do that is compare it with when it had not been changed.
No, well, that's not true, is it? Like, what is if you go to the feature file, you have an event called PP session that's being created, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there. So PP session has a project ID of 2. So if you check that the event.project ID is equal to 2, then you have checked that it doesn't change. Right?
Yeah, I think that's true. Glide.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this, like, superficially. It looks like it's kind of operating correctly. Oh, I mean, scripts. Copy node dependencies. I should already have that though. That would be in assets, no? Vendor, CD vendor, assets, CD JavaScripts. Yeah, all those are there. So what is going on with this thing?
I think it's a server thingy. It's like because everything is there, it seems running. Maybe so it's a configuration issue as it seems.
Yeah, I mean, so maybe I should not be. I mean, okay. So if I come here to like, if I come here to this is Dockerfile deployment, it's saying like To use a Docker file for deployment, commit a valid Docker file to the root of your repository and push the repository to your Docker installation. If the file is detected, Docker will default to using it to construct and except in the following two cases. The application has a build pack URL, which it doesn't. Or in a committed.m file. We don't have committed, like that's get ignored, so there's nothing there. Application has a .buildpacks file, which I've deleted. And then if you're switching from a build pack deployments, then you need to do this unset the Docker proxy port map, which I kind of have done, but it was never actually successfully deployed. So I don't think I needed to do that. Then you have like build time configuration variables, like for example, if you can do like a Docker options add build, and then you add like the build arguments. But like, as far as I know, we don't need that. I mean, maybe we do, but I don't think so. And then once set, the Docker usage would be as follows. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. The Docker file is fine. By default, no arguments are passed to Docker run when deploying the container, and the command or entry point defined in the Docker are executed. So we actually don't even have that. Right now, the Docker file looks like this. And we had this stuff here where we had this like Docker entry point, but that was like to run the bundle. And then that was like, I don't know, we need to see about that because that's like slowing down this I added, which we don't need. That was like slowing, it was like doing a bundle check, and that bundle check was always coming back false. So it was like after it was already built, then it was rerunning the bundle install from inside of the, like after, so that's not good. And like, it seems like all this stuff is okay, you know, like I've refactored this a little bit, but like we can see that, you know, this is being passed over. Like
I can't see your screen now, actually.
Can you not?
I can only see your terminal.
Right. Stupid. Why is that not? That's weird. It was working earlier today when the same thing. Let me try again. Application window. Yeah, that would help if we could see what I'm talking about now.
No, I followed. I just haven't seen. Okay.
So if I go away from it, can you follow me now? No. Well, let me see. Can you follow me? No, you can't follow me. Yeah. So I guess like, yeah, npm install is running okay. npm install globally installing Phantom.js. Although, you know, I actually just probably don't even need to do this. Like, it's almost like you need a different Docker file for deployment than you do for like to run things, like to do things locally. Anyways, like, so I've removed this entry point, and yeah, like, so maybe this expose, like, so I added this expose because well, you won't be able to follow me. Let me, yeah.
Does it have a role? What if you don't have this expose 80? What's happening then?
So I guess you don't really have to. Like, I added it because of like another. Let me find the other thing. So I've been like trying to kind of debug this thing. Is it this one? No, hold on. That's so annoying. I'm just gonna share both my screens, and I can increase
okay.
I can unplug it if I need to. Yeah, I mean, so this should work here, like this curl, and this wasn't working earlier, really. So like proxy ports maps to like 80 and 5000, like that's what I'm used to, and that wasn't working. But maybe it was because because I had the other stuff incorrect, you know, and now I fixed that, and now I just need to go back to that. But like, it's like this port management by deployment method. Like if you're using a build pack, then your application must respect the port environment variable. We will typically set this to 5000, but it's not guaranteed. And then like Docker's default implementation only supports HTTP request proxying. At this point, we do not support proxying plain TCP or UDP ports. Can be exposed. UDP parts can be exposed now, but I'm not doing that. I think it is using TCP though, maybe. But anyways, like I guess like applications using exposed. Docker will extract all TCP parts exposed using the expose directive, 1 part per line, and set up Nginx to proxy the same part numbers to listen publicly. If you would like to change the exposed part, you should do so within your Docker file. For example, if the Docker installation is configured with the domain doku.me, oh, so it's not. Oh, okay, so I think the curl request I was doing wrong. That's why it wasn't listening. Then you can do like this. The application will be exposed at this. So I guess that curl request I can try.
Let's do that.
See what happens. It's like curl. And then it's like this, but instead of .doku.me, it's .agileventures.org, I think. Not resolve host, website 1. So that's the thing, though. Is this host like? This is the app name, right? And then, for example, if is configured with the domain doku.me, well, the domain is that whole thing, right? Like the domain was this is the whole domain, right? Yeah, I think it's like I need to do a curl request to this actual thing that's supposed to be.
Yeah, but exactly. Let's try that. Okay, that's also
cannot resolve host. So it's not it's not complaining about the domain, it's complaining about the host. Could not resolve, closing connection, could not resolve. Rebuilt URL to I mean, like it seems like they're telling me to put the name of the app in here, but then that doesn't make sense to do like that, does it?
Yeah. No.
That is strange. I'm not sure.
How you should try it with HTTPS?
So the application would be exposed to the user at this. If this is not desired, the following application configuration may be applied. Then I can add like proxy ports to do like HTTP 80 and this here. But I'm exposing 80. So I think my proxy ports are like HTTP 8080, you know? So then applications not using expose. So I wasn't using expose originally. Any application that does not use an expose directive will result in Docker defaulting to port 5000. So I mean, that might be okay. This behavior mimics the behavior of a Buildpak deploy. If your application does not support the port environment variable, I think it does support that though, but it wasn't. This isn't set like in the environment variables. Then you will either need to modify your application to or switch to using expose. So I guess since it's not working, I might as well just remove that expose and try to see if there's anything to do with it. I mean, maybe not, but without any way to debug it, I'm kind of I just try. So what do I have here that's different? That's changes I made with Mike that he put in a PR for. So I just want to get add. What is the change in the Docker entry point? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Docker entry point I can add as well. Stop exposing port 80. I think part 80, I don't need to, maybe I don't need to tell it. I mean, the thing is, like, it is working with, I don't know. Anyways. The other thing I was going to do is I was going to check here. I was going to check the config, but I don't really want to do that on screen. So I'll do it here because I'm not sure what happens when I think I need to get rid of this Docker. Yeah, I think I need to config. Just removing it from the what's that? What's up, Mike? Restarting the app. That's what I wanted. What's up, Mike?
Are you sharing your screen?
No. Are the tests passing?
It seems like.
Cool. So now I guess like you could ask yourself if you still want to keep, you could ask yourself about refactoring it into one.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to push them first. Some advice from Peter.
Yeah. No worries. I'll I wonder why I'm gonna try restarting this thing and see if I can get just that one page to share again. Then that would be cool. I could like share my screen and not have to worry about sharing environment variables.
Oh yeah,
you know what it is?
Live,
you know what I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I think it's like this that I need to share. And then if I go here, you can see, right? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then if I go here, nice. Okay. Right. So the thing is, I need to share the VLC, not my terminal. If I share my terminal, then it's just the terminal, but the VLC is actually watching my terminal. So, right. That's awesome to know. So that's deployed because I forgot to restart it, but let's push up the changes, which is what we want. I mean, at least debugging this is so much faster than. So then if I do logs, website 1 minus T, that was from 2 minutes ago. And then it's restarted and said it was okay.
Yeah, but so it's definitely TCP, right?
Well, I mean, that was what it was like earlier. I mean, but yeah, this TCP here, you mean? So now, hopefully, like this is running bundle and exec correct DB migrate. This probably should be changed to Rails DB migrate, anyways. Not that really matters.
Matt.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
What did we do to the tests?
We declarified them.
What was the term?
I don't know if declarified is even a word. We made declarative.
Oh yeah, declarative.
So this is like, I've told it to trail it, but then it's like not trailing it. Which is why I normally ask it for like the last. And I mean, it'd be nice if it. So that was from a minute ago, and it's still saying it's listening on TCP, you know?
All right.
On port 80.
All right.
I mean, there's no change in these two outputs, right? I mean, the only reason you can see a difference is because of the timestamp, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm assuming that this is still not going to be working.
Let's have a look. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah.
Still the same error, you know? And then like, I don't know, I tried in here, like as well. This kind of gives a little bit different of a reason why, but then I've like tried to follow that and see what's going on there. Don't know. And like, there's no, there's no errors or anything. Yeah, I can check like the PS proxy. What is it? PS help. PS. Oh, is it PS? PS? Help. Proxy. There we go. Proxy. Help. Proxy report. Website 1. There. Yeah, see, it's still, the proxy port map is still like, so.
That's funky.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear that. Ports, and then repush it. Because it's like still thinking that I'm trying to use the expose thing, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So that's cleared that. And now I want to
have a look again.
Yep. There. Unsetting this, but then it's still there. Maybe I need to push like for it to redo it, because I could check the config and another. I'm pretty sure that's why I stopped sharing my screen, is to remove this. No, I didn't remove this. I removed the Doku stuff, the Doku Docker file stuff, but I didn't remove that. It's enabled. That's good.
Yeah, it seems like that port map is not something. It seems funky. That's unusual.
Everything up to date. That's not helpful. So, yeah. So I have this here. I'm gonna check the config to see if it like reset itself for some reason. Doku Docker file ports is still set. I thought I did it. I thought I unconfigured that. I did. Doku config unset website when developed Doku Docker file ports. Okay, I'm doing it again. Port mappings. Oh, you know what? I should have. Maybe I need to do them both at the same time. Like, I wonder if I need to work backwards from that advice here. So, like, it's saying when deploying an image, we use Docker. Oh no, here. Switching between expose usage modes. When switching between expose usage modes, it's important to reset your port management. The following 2 commands can be used to reset your state. Yes. I need to be doing this with the no reset is nice. Okay. No restart. Unfortunately, it's still doing the restart because I didn't. Okay. So here, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to view website 1. Skipping both of them because I already unset this and that doesn't exist. And then it says to do a proxy ports clear. Is that not what I just did?
Yeah, you did that. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's but this is something you did. Okay. Okay.
That's promising.
Okay.
Reloading the thing. And then not sure if that would be enough to try it, but I'd have to make a change if I wanted to. I mean, can I?
Do you need to push it or something?
Yeah, I mean, I can try. Like, but last time I tried that, it said like there's nothing has changed. But maybe now I can make some innocuous change. You know? Yeah. See, it's everything up to date. Can I first push it? Oh, you know what I can do is I can stop for the day and just. I mean, I was hoping one hackathon would be enough to do this, and it's just obviously not enough. I mean, like if it would have been the same as doing like Locusport, I ended up doing the staging server and pushing to it and everything, and doing it like it was like just kind of an afternoon, you know. I like added documentation for it and all this kind of stuff, and then like I don't know. This one has not been as easy. There's like also as well though, like there's like probably twice as many or 3 times as many environment variables that need to be set. Like in, I don't know. I mean, I thought it would, you know, you don't need to set all of them just to get it to render the page, though. You know, that's kind of what I would take that as a win if it just rendered the page. But
sure.
I went back and forth from using this proc file or not using this proc file. Like, I mean, it feels like it's close. It's at least starting the Puma server. It just needs to be pointing to the right place, right? I just realized the game's starting as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean that, you know, same thing, you know. Same thing, man. Same thing. Where is this? So let's just check the logs just in case they changed for some reason. These logs aren't nearly as helpful as with website with like with NHS Wiki. It's like really long, you know. But then I was using like entry points and stuff, and like, but I'm just like, I could use an entry point, but what am I going to use it for exactly? Oh, like now it says listening on 5,000, you know.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I think correctly pointing like this 80 to 5,000. I mean, it might be just a DNS thing where I need to wait for it to clear out the caching, you know. Because like I'm changing between. I mean, like it might be that like now just later today this would just all work.
Can you check on incognito?
Yeah, but the incognito doesn't.
Yeah, the DNS, it doesn't matter. But yeah. Right.
I mean, there was a way that I can clean out the DNS like on my local machine that I can't remember the.
Yeah.
Like clearing out DNS Ubuntu. DNS clean restart. That sounds like a good thing to do. Let's do that. Why not? Yeah. Not found. Okay. Open a terminal window and press or use this. Okay. Let's try this. Reloading. Look, reloading network configurations. Okay, so that's done that. Now, any difference? No. Still not happy. Still not happy. So annoying. And what about Nginx error logs? Website 1. Nothing. So helpful, huh?
Yes.
Nothing.
Yeah. Why do they have logs?
I guess it makes sense to the access log to be empty, right? Because
yeah.
I mean, at least that does something. You know, it makes me feel a little bit better, but it doesn't actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually help anything. Like, you know, if I do like a PS report on it, it's like, I'm happy, I'm deployed, I'm running. I'm like, no, you're not actually. And And then if I do like a curl, no, that's not what I want a curl to. HTTP, and it's what, like develop dot website one develop dot agileventures.org. Nothing. What about listing on 5,000? Nothing. 80. Nothing. Cannot resolve host. I don't know what that means. Curl could not resolve host. Issues were wrong DNS server, open terminal. I mean, I've got, I can curl other things, so I don't think it has anything to do with.
Okay, so you can, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if I do that curl to
Google.
Yeah, I was just gonna do this, but yeah, that's probably easier to do Google. But yeah, like curl's working,
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely an issue with my.
Hey Matt, do you know the IP address that it should resolve to?
I don't. It's a good question because it was that was in the error messages, wasn't it? It's like here, like somewhere. Oh no, I can't see it.
Yeah, also the server is running on 000 port 5000. That's also it's just weird that it's not on an IP somewhere.
Yeah, let me check the config for yeah, I mean it seems like it's got to have something to do with have something to do with like the difference between Puma and, because on the other one it's using Unicorn and like the big for Hero CN production. Like, I mean, this one, I guess production is a Heroku-ish, so develop for, I got it working on the Hero CN develop as well, And proxy port 80 is the same, I think, right? Config website one, proxy port 80, yeah. And then like the proxy port map, HTTP 85,000, HTTP 85,000. Like this one has HTTPS as well, but I need to get HTTP working before I can get like the other one working. What was the question? The question was about the IP, right? And like why it's listening on. I mean, if I do like logs for Hero CN develop and do the last like 10,000. Like this here is using, I mean, this is like much more like what I'm used to seeing. It's like a really long list of, it's like, yeah, because there's like people doing GET requests and stuff like that. And it says it's listening on address equals 0.0.0.0, and then like colon 5,000, which is like what the other one's saying, right?
Yeah, so it's correct then. So it's valid. It could be valid. I mean, okay.
I mean, I noticed here like they have like a couple workers. Maybe I need some workers. I don't know how many workers on my thing. I did comment out like this. I did comment out like this website one, right? I did comment out this line here. I guess I could uncomment, give back some workers, and let's see, get add. I commented that out because it was like I was changing the config from that. Sometimes you have to do just like a give back the workers. Get push that. You gotta watch the game.
Yeah.
Who are they playing again? They're playing.
Which one?
The Lakers are playing right now. It's the early game.
Let me check. Yeah, well, Orlando, but then there is the Detroit. I'm more. Yeah, I don't know which one. Probably I wanted to watch the Detroit for a long time. So
what's Detroit? And yeah, I mean Detroit is looking pretty good this year.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm surprised.
The Lakers are looking good right now as well, but they're playing against Orlando. The thing is that Orlando's actually looking better than
expected.
Than expected, you know. And
surely.
Oh, look at that! Mike spilled past. Woo! Good job, Mike. How many PRs did you put in today, Mike? You put in one and refactored one, right?
Oh yeah, it starts soon, man.
Yeah, I know it's starting like now. I need to eat as well. Like I was planning on getting off at 5, you know.
Nailed it.
I don't know. I mean, I start getting some stuff, like, you know, doing good on some DevOps stuff, and then like start feeling a little good about myself, and then it just like brings me back to reality. Like, ha ha ha.
Oh come on, man! You did a lot. It's probably someone who had had the same thing before can direct probably in the right place in a moment. Oh,
I mean, look at that. I mean, now we got a worker back.
Ooh, but it's not working, no?
I don't know. I mean, worker 0 booted. I don't know.
Okay.
Where's that the other output I have was like worker 0 ready.
Why
is this guy not ready? He's booted, but he's not ready, huh? Process workers 1. I mean, I don't know why this minimum threads is 5. That doesn't seem like it should be a minimum of 5, right?
It's the default. It's the default.
Yeah, right. Okay.
For some reason, so it's not unusual.
So again, you know, there's no indication that there's anything wrong in the logs. But like server not found, server not found, server not found. Is there anything in the console? I haven't even looked in the console.
That would be weird, but why not?
The extension React Developer Tool is not allowed to access. Okay, I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, okay. Not allowed to access. Okay.
But this doesn't matter, man.
Oh, look at that. It's not safe. Yeah, no, it's not safe. I mean, I guess I probably should have came here a long time ago, shouldn't I? Host. So this is the host. I thought this is a domain. Why is it not? What's the difference? Request. So there's a request, but there's no response, I guess. Friends, response payload, nothing.
Have you tried if the domain is only just what's the full URL now?
It's like HTTP and then the thing, you know.
What if you just tried website one-develop.agileventures.org as the domain, and you leave out the develop part?
Yeah, I mean, I want to actually change it, so I could change it, you know. But like, but then like we have that the same for like the HLP wiki.agileventures.org. Like if I show you this, we have like, so you know, I kept this pattern because it's like the same as this here.
I see.
This here.
Yes.
So I feel like it should work, you know?
Yeah, I see.
I mean, is there anything like domains apt enabled, vhosts, global enabled false? Okay, that's false for all of them. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe just like because I want to do anyways. Like, I can do like domains help, domains unset. See, I don't know why I moved this over here. Domains are not private information. Yeah, domains clear. Clear the domains.
Yeah, clear the domains.
We don't want domains anymore.
Just started the match in the background.
Oh, look at that. That's weird. Why is it talking about proxy port 29? Oh, I think because it. So now I want to set it for that, and I want to. Oh, come here. And then I want to set it to develop dot website one, not website one develop dot agileventures.org.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I want to do a PS rebuild of website one. Rebuild it. And then I want to here, and I want to do Reddit, and come here to game thread.
Yeah, I also put it on.
Here to, let's see, international stream.
It's currently ads.
Ads? Okay.
Yeah. Some carrot or something. Some kind of juice.
What? Sing it, girl. I mean, this is does this always go to this Apache place if you just put in local hosts, or is this like
on local host?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, it's almost there. It's almost there. All right, it's a new URL. Let's go. Boo.
Oh man, it's not. Yeah. Okay.
Painful. Reload. Doesn't help. All right. So I guess that's on the backs of a unsuccessful debugging session. I guess that's a good place.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. I'm not.
No worries. I mean, either way, like hopefully I'll be able to get some support on it, and like, and once it's figured out, like for this same project for develop, it makes it much easier to figure it out for. Oh look, it's Chikern Day. Nice. It makes it much easier to figure it out for staging and production, you know. So like, because yeah. Anyways.
All right, DJ Augustine.
Cool. Appreciate it, guys.
All right,
guys. There you are.
So next week we're gonna start on the phase. So the next phase.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure,
nice,
good.
Nice.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, and see you next week.
Okay.
We're gonna follow the Magic against the Lakers.
See you soon.
All right, see you again.